What's up everyone, Guitarzan70 here, and I'm going to show you today 3 easy ways to make you sound more like Warren DiMartini, and the slidey thing is not one of them. So let's get right into it. The first move is going to be playing double stops as single notes like this. So here we have the move is to slide into the 6th fret on the D string with your first finger, and then your 2nd fret on the adjacent string on the G on 6th fret, and then back and forth. You can just do it quick. Now you can do that with your 3rd finger if you want, or your 2nd by barring it across, but it's a lot harder to get it to sound staccato-y, you know, and you don't have as much control over the note if you were to go, you know, to try to wiggle it. Okay, so he does something like that there, and then maybe in Round and Round, here's an example of it as well. Now that move is into the 14th fret on the D and G string, muted, and then pulling off to the 12th fret on the G and just adding that vibrato. And again, instead of doing the vibrato slidey thingy, I mean, that looks kind of cool if it's done right, but really the sound too much, you can't really hear the sound of it. I think if you put a nice wide vibrato on something like that, it's going to sound really good. Okay, so again, the move would be, and that's where he comes into, you know, again, that's another place where you can do that deal here, but yeah. And here I choose to do it with my 3rd finger because I don't have to do anything to this note on the 14th fret G. It's just a passing note. Okay, and then he also does it in the middle of solos too. Like at the end of Back for More, he throws this one in here at the 15th fret between the E and B string, and it just adds a little something to it. So he comes off of this run. Right? So he could, and a lot of people I see, they just go right up to this note here and, you know, double bend that, or, you know, bend that twice. But he does put this in here before he gets there. And it's kind of interesting, kind of helps the phrasing, and we all know he's just a master at phrasing, right? So, yeah, playing double stops as single notes is very effective and very Warren-like. The next thing I would say that you could do is to play more staccato notes, and as a little bonus in there, you could play more, you know, pinch harmonics. You don't necessarily have to put more of them in there, but pick your spot, and when you hit them, just really sting them, right? So we'll go back to that first example of staccato notes, you know, where he plays that little, and we'll start off with the pinch harmonic. He actually slides up and does another, it's kind of a call and response from the 6th fret. You know, so he does these staccato runs, and then he kind of puts, he mixes them in with legato too, which sounds really really cool. So mix those staccato notes in there, like in that example. He does it in so many places. Just listen to some of his recordings, and it's crazy. It sounds good when you mix them together. And then the last one I would say is to in the artificial, or the pinch harmonic too. So when he plays them, he stings them, man. Like, he doesn't play them all the time. He doesn't play them, like, I don't think, as much as like a George Lynch or you know, Zakk Wylde or anything like that. But when he plays them, they ring out. You know, play something like that. Or, you know, he throws them in there. He throws them in there. You don't need to, doesn't need to dominate your playing, I think, if you're trying to get his sound, because I think if you listen to it, he has different levels of when he's using those things, but that will help you get a little bit more of that sound. But anyway, on to the last one is let those notes soar. So one of the things that Warren does that's really interesting is that right in the middle of his solo, he's playing and he'll just hit this note that just absolutely soars, and it takes you to another place. Like it takes the solo and the song somewhere else. So if you get Lovin' You's a Dirty Job as an example, he does it in two places, but you can hear it in Body Talk, and you can hear it in other ones where he'll just take this note and he'll sting it and he'll just work it and it'll sound cool. I'm just going to kind of play through the solo, and you can see, I'll take you back to the parts where I'm talking about. And this is kind of the middle of the solos, so it's like that part's. So I'll finish the rest of it, but if you come up here, and you let that note breathe. All those notes where he's just taking that and just letting it kind of, this note here. Actually he doesn't bend there. He doesn't use the bar there. He just milks it, it's killer. But let those notes breathe and let them soar, and just listen to the recordings. Listen to that note that he does in Body Talk. I don't know the solo. But oh my gosh, like he's coming down off of this fast legato run and just bam, he just stings this note and just just holding it and he just lets it go over like a couple of chords, and it's just absolutely killer. And so anyway, hope you enjoyed this little video lesson, and any comments, suggestions, anything that you have, I would really appreciate, and I would answer any questions that you might have. If there's anything else you want to know about this type of playing or Warren's playing or whatever, I'll try to answer them as best I can. So thanks for checking it out. Rock on.